Hey everybody, welcome to our channel Living in Richmond, Virginia, where we show you exactly what it's like to live, work, eat, and play right here in RVA. If you're hoping to find a waterfront home around Richmond and want to learn more about the areas and neighborhoods that will deliver results, this is the video for you. While far from a beach town, Richmond does have a few bodies of water nearby that may deliver what you're looking for. Today I'm going to show you waterfront properties along the James River, the Swift Creek Reservoir, Lake Anna, and Lake Chesdin. I'll tell you about the areas, the neighborhoods, the various price points you can expect to find, and lots more. So whether you're looking for a waterfront primary residence or vacation home, we got you covered. If this is your first time to our channel, welcome. I'm Taylor Jefferson, and my wife Sarah and I own and operate Jefferson Grove Real Estate. We are your Richmond relocation experts, and no joke, we've helped families from all over the world relocate to Richmond. If you're thinking about doing the same, here are 3 things that you need to do. The first is to download our free Richmond Relocation Guide. It's full of useful information all about Richmond and the surrounding areas. The second thing to do is to visit our YouTube homepage and look at our playlist that says Start Here. And at a minimum, give the first 2 videos a watch. After doing so, you'll have a much better idea of where you might want to live and where you'll find homes matching your search criteria. The third thing to do is to explore our other playlist with videos that focus on the areas that are of interest to you. This will greatly speed up your knowledge of Richmond and the surrounding counties. Now, with all that said, let's dive into waterfront communities around Richmond. Up first is my favorite of the video, and that is Lake Anna. Lake Anna is located to the northwest of Richmond, about 1 hour away from downtown. It is a very popular location with boating enthusiasts because of its proximity to Richmond, Fredericksburg, and to Charlottesville. Lake Anna is 13,000 acres in size and is spread across 3 different counties: Louisa County, Orange County, and Spotsylvania County. In the future, I will do a deeper dive in a video dedicated solely to Lake Anna because there's so much to go over and show you. But here are the big things you should know today. There is a nuclear power plant at Lake Anna, and the purpose of the lake was to help cool the reactor. People like to joke that the fish have 9 eyes, but the only real effect it has on the lake is that there's a warm side and a cool side, also known as the private side and the public side. The cool side provides water to the reactor and is twice the size of the warm/private side, which is about 10 to 11 degrees warmer. The private side doesn't have any public boat ramps or marinas and will be limited to homeowners, whereas the public side has a state park, multiple marinas, and a public boat ramp. Since Sarah and I live further west in Goochland County, parts of Lake Anna are actually closer to us than some of the southern Midlothian and Moseley neighborhoods that we routinely work in. We have both worked and played at Lake Anna, and we had a blast visiting it again to get some new drone footage for this video. 2 years ago, we had a beautiful waterfront listing at Lake Anna that was located on the public side, and this will be our segue into the real estate there. The person that bought our waterfront listing was intending to use it as a vacation home for a family and to be a part-time vacation rental income property. And this is exactly where I think Lake Anna real estate best fits into the marketplace, and that's as vacation homes, especially for those that are waterfront. One day I could see Sarah and I owning something here, especially given the proximity to where we currently live and how little spare time I have for vacations, so I greatly appreciate a quick trip, so it's a perfect place for a day trip or an overnight visit. Over the past 12 months, there were 58 homes listed as waterfront at Lake Anna, but I had to go through the actual listings and look at the maps because if there's a puddle of water in the back, a listing agent will say it's waterfront. After going through the listings, it turns out that only 50 of the 58 listings were actually waterfront. The prices range from $575,000 to a staggering $2.5 million, and the $575K home was actually a bit of an outlier, so the floor for waterfront properties seems to start around the $700,000 mark. The average price per square foot for these waterfront homes was high at $499 per square foot. Sizes ranged from 800 square feet up to 10 times that, and the average sold price over the past year was $1.25 million, which would get you something built from the early 2000s with 4 bedrooms and 3.5 bathrooms. Now, there are over 100 neighborhoods and communities located along Lake Anna, so if you can live without being waterfront, there are a ton of options that will still get you close to the water, and odds are they'll have a community that has a dock or a beach area too. If this seems to be your speed, I would recommend renting an Airbnb for a weekend, rent a boat or a jet ski, and see if Lake Anna is your type of vibe. If you do this, be sure to visit Lake Anna Tap House. We've been there a few times now, and we love the vibe. It's a great atmosphere with plenty of outdoor seating, and bonus for me, they have my favorite beer in Richmond, Triple Crossings Falcon Smash, on tap. The next body of water that we're going to see is the Swift Creek Reservoir and the neighborhood surrounding it. Now, there are a lot of differences between the Swift Creek Reservoir and Lake Anna. First, the Swift Creek Reservoir is much smaller at only 1,700 acres in size, and gas-powered engines are prohibited, but electric trolling motors, kayaks, canoes, paddleboards, etc. are allowed. The other big difference is the location. Whereas Lake Anna is sprawling and the commercial amenities surrounding it are sparse, the nearby commercial amenities close to the Swift Creek Reservoir are plentiful and dense. So we think the waterfront homes here are a best fit for primary residences due to the close proximity to the highway, the excellent nearby amenities along Hull Street Road, and the area feeds into top-rated school systems. Plus, you might want a vacation home that doesn't have boating restrictions. There are a handful of neighborhoods that will provide an opportunity to find a waterfront home along the reservoir, and they are Woodlake, Brander Mill, Harbor Point, Heron Point, Edgewater, and water views on the reservoir, and the landing at Swift Creek. So while there are a lot of different neighborhoods located along the Swift Creek Reservoir, there were only 18 true waterfront homes that sold along it over the past year. The average year built for these sales was 1993, and the range of year built is actually pretty wide. Brander Mill, Woodlake, and Harbor Point will deliver homes predominantly from the 70s and 80s. Edgewater and water views at the reservoir will deliver homes predominantly from the 2000s, and the landing at Swift Creek and Heron Point will be some of the newest homes from the 2010s and up. The average price per square foot is much lower than that of Lake Anna, sitting at $286 per square foot, with an average sold price just under $900,000. The price range for these sales was between $600,000 and up to $1.3 million. You can expect to find homes somewhere between 1,900 square feet to over 5,000. The median year built is skewed towards the older side in the 80s, so expect to find lots of contemporary style floor plans and plenty of cedar-sided homes, especially within the Brander Mill and Woodlake neighborhoods. If this isn't your cup of tea, just expect to pay more for a newer, more recently built home. So if you're looking for a primary residence with water views and excellent commercial amenities nearby, any of the neighborhoods surrounding the Swift Creek Reservoir could be a very good fit. This next location I'm going to be pretty brief with, and now we're going to take a look at waterfront homes along the James River, specifically those close to Cherokee Road and Old Gun Road in both the Richmond city limits and Chesterfield County. These homes could truly be either a primary residence or a vacation home, but one thing is for certain, if you're buying one of these, you're a baller. The opportunities to live riverside in Richmond are limited, and due to the fact that they're very expensive. Within the past year, there are only 9 waterfront home sales in this area, ranging in price from just under $500,000 all the way up to $3 million. And the $500,000 sale was an outlier, and it had its cons, which kept the price very low. So trust me, it just doesn't really count. Excluding that outlier, the next cheapest home sale along the river was $1.25 million, and the average price per square foot is closer to that of Lake Anna, sitting at $430. These homes were more like estates, with sizes all the way up to 8,300 square feet. It is a very mixed bag regarding what you should expect to find. Potentially adding to the already high expense of acquiring one of these homes, many of them along the river are located within flood zones, and while half of these sold for cash, which means flood insurance isn't required, it's still a good idea to protect your investment. Last up is the Chesdin Landing community, which is situated on Lake Chesdin. Chesdin Landing is located about 40 minutes southwest of downtown Richmond and 20 minutes south from Highway 288. The drive has a very similar feel to the one for Lake Anna, with lots of country roads involved. Nearby amenities aren't quite so nearby, with Hull Street Road commercial bubble located about 17 minutes west, and the Iron Bridge/Route 10 commercial bubble 19 minutes northeast. So not impossible, but not ideal. Lake Chesdin is another man-made reservoir, and the purpose of it was also to generate electricity, albeit without a nuclear reactor, so there are no nine-eyed fish here. The lake is 3,100 acres in size, and a huge pro is that motorboats and water sports are allowed. There's a public boat ramp, and there are 3 private marinas located along the lake as well. And not only is Chesdin Landing a waterfront community, it is a waterfront golfing community with an 18-hole golf course located within it. Golf club membership is separate from the HOA, so if you don't play, you don't have to pay. But if you do play, it's great to have within the community. The neighborhood HOA also provides a very nice clubhouse and pool as part of its yearly HOA fee. Given that the school systems aren't as highly rated, and taking into account the travel distance to nearby commercial amenities, along with the fact there's a golf course within the community, I see Lake Chesdin as the best fit if you're looking for a retirement home. So getting into the waterfront real estate within Chesdin Landing, there were only 4 homes that sold in the past year that were on the water. The prices range from $1.3 to $2.5 million with an average of $1.8, and the average price per square foot was very close to the same as the waterfront homes along the Swift Creek Reservoir. So the pros to choosing a home on Lake Chesdin instead of the Swift Creek Reservoir is that you can have gas-powered motorboats at Lake Chesdin, and you can play golf within your own community. But the trade-off will be the location and proximity to things like shopping and dining. Most of the waterfront homes within Chesdin Landing were built in 2000 or after, with lots of newer construction homes from the past couple of years. So if you want a newer construction home and are okay with the location, Chesdin Landing could be a very good fit. So, those are the 4 most popular areas and bodies of water that will deliver waterfront homes around Richmond. A few things to keep in mind. First, this was not an all-inclusive list. There are other smaller lakes, rivers, ponds that will deliver at least water views and possibly some canoeing or kayaking too. Some other excellent options include the waterfront homes within Kinloch and Manikin-Sabot, the Westlake at Millmount neighborhood in Powhatan, homes within the Lake Margaret community, and the nearby neighborhoods of Woodland Pond and the Highlands. The second thing to keep in mind is that when I was discussing pricing in this video, I was focusing only on the waterfront homes. If you don't need to be waterfront and you just want decent proximity to the water, those neighborhoods will deliver results at a much more affordable price. If you want more specifics on any of these areas or neighborhoods, just reach out to me. I'm happy to provide greater details and answer any questions you have. I have a lot more videos in the works for you, so be sure to subscribe to this channel if you haven't done so already. And as always, thank you for being here with me today. I appreciate your support of our channel and our business. I'll see you next time. Bye.